praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashom, Yahushai, Ba'ashom HaKadosh. Peace and blessings to the 144,000 and the rest of the elect. Hey, Shalom. It's a little windy out here, and Lord willing, the wind isn't affecting the audio too much. But I just want to go into Isaiah 14. And let me try to get my garment under control. It's very, very windy out here today. But this is Isaiah chapter 14 and verse 1. For the Lord will have mercy on Jacob. And that word Lord there in all caps is for Yahweh. It's a placeholder. And Yahweh means he to be, he is, or he exists. For Yahweh will have mercy on Jacob. And Jacob is Yahweh's chosen people. Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai's chosen people. Deuteronomy 7 and verse 6. For thou art an holy people unto Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai, thy power. Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai, thy power, have chosen thee to be a special people unto himself, above all people that are upon the face of the earth. So who is this? This is the Israelites. Israel's name was once Jacob, and it was changed to Israel. These are his descendants, the 12 tribes. This is Psalms 147 and verse 19. He showed his word unto Jacob, his statutes and his judgments unto Israel. So this is very, very important. Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai just hasn't shown this to any other nation. Baruch chapter 4 and verse 1. This is the book of the commandments of the Most High Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai. And the law that endureth forever. All they that keep it shall come to life, but such as leave it shall die. So this is the book of the commandments of life. All the secrets, everything you want to know is in this book, the Bible. Which, I'm holding my phone, but I'm able to get access to the scriptures through the internet, through different apps. Now you just don't have the scriptures on paper. Now you have them electronically. You can take them wherever you go with you. Many different versions. The NLT, the New Living Translation, the GNT, the Good News Translation, the AMP, the Amplified Bible, the KJV, the King James. You can take these with you anywhere you go now. Whereas you can take a book with you, but this is fairly convenient, meaning that, hey, you carry a phone with you everywhere you go. You fit in your pocket. They even got audio books. But this is the book. These scriptures, this word was only given to Jacob, to Israel. And it contains everything from the writings of the prophets to the history, to the laws. Everything. What you need in these last days to make it out of this wicked kingdom, to get saved out of this destruction. But the salvation, this isn't open for everybody. It's open for Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai's chosen, his elect. Who he opens this word to. Who he shows this to. Hey, everybody has access to the Bible, like I said. They sell the Bible everywhere. The app is everywhere. They have churches everywhere. But if you ask any of these people, who are the Israelites today? What's to happen in the last days? What's the MOTB? Who is Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai's chosen people? They have no idea. Who is Esau Edom? They have no idea. Again, back to Psalms 147 and verse 19. He showeth his word unto Jacob, his statutes and his judgments unto Israel. He have not dealt so with any nation. So none of the other nations, none of the other heathen know about these judgments, all these things, all the secrets that Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai showed to his people. They don't know him. He's not their God. As for his judgments, they have not known them. Praise ye Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. Why? Because Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai rules in his kingdom. Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai is who's making this wind blow like this right now. Who's making the sun shine. Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai who brings out death on the earth. This is Deuteronomy 32 and verse 39. See now that I, even I, am he, and there is no power with me, or no God with me. I kill and I make alive. I wound and I heal. Neither is there any that can deliver out of my hand. So it's the Heavenly Father, Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, who does all the killing on this earth. Who makes you come alive. Who brings you to life. Who pulls you down to the grave. I can't remember the wording, but I do remember it's in Samuel. Verse 1, this is after Hannah whose womb was shut up. She was able to have children. And the first child, or the child that she had, was Samuel. He was one of the greatest prophets in all Israel. And she said, this is 1 Samuel chapter 2, verse 1, and Hannah prayed and said, my heart rejoiceth in Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. Mine horn is exalted in Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. My mouth is enlarged over mine enemies, because I rejoice in thy salvation. So she was delivered from her enemy, which was her husband's other wife, because she could have kids. And she constantly mocked Hannah for not being able to have children. And this is a big deal, to have children, to bring children into the earth. Nowadays, what's popular is to kill your children, to not have children. Everything is turned upside down in this wicked kingdom. And showing you also how women are. Women are like mobs. They eat at each other. They can't help it. It's in their nature. 1 Samuel chapter 2 and verse 1. And Hannah prayed and said, my heart rejoiceth in Yahweh Mine horn is exalted in Yahweh. My mouth is enlarged over mine enemies, because I rejoice in thy salvation. There is none holy as Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, for there is none beside thee. There is neither any rock like our power. Talk no more exceeding proudly, let not arrogance come out of your mouth. For Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai is a God of knowledge, and by him actions are weighed. So Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai is the creator of all knowledge. He's the power of knowledge. That's why it says, in Baruch, and this is the book that will bring you to life, roughly paraphrasing. It's not through the knowledge of the things in this world, it's through the knowledge of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai that gives you wisdom, that brings you to life. Who cares if you know how to flip a brick or whatever the fuck? You don't know anything about Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, you are useless. Verse 4, vows of the mighty men. Are girt with strength. They that were full have hired themselves out for bread, and they that were hungry ceased, so that they have borne 7, and she that have many children is waxed feeble. Yahweh killeth and maketh alive; he bringeth down to the grave and bringeth up. And this is the point. Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai killeth and maketh alive. He bringeth down to the grave and he bringeth up. This is the power of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. Yahweh maketh poor and maketh rich. He bringeth low and lifteth up. He raiseth up the poor out of the dust and lifteth up the beggar from the dunghill, to set them among princes and to make them inherit the throne of glory. For the pillars of the earth are Yahweh's. Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, and he hath set the world upon them. He will keep the feet of his saints, and the wicked shall be silent in darkness, for by strength shall no man prevail. The adversaries of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai shall be broken to pieces. Out of heaven shall he thunder upon them, and Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai shall judge the ends of the earth, and he shall give strength unto his king, and exalt the horn of his anointed. This earth is Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. Let me get this real quick. This is in Daniel chapter 4. Verse 17, Daniel chapter 4 and verse 17. This matter is by the decree of the watchers and by the demand of the holy ones, to the intent that the living may know that the Most High ruleth in the kingdom of men, and giveth it to whomsoever he will, and setteth up over it the basis of men. So this earth is ruled by Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. He's ruling over this kingdom. He gives rulership to whom he wills. And right now, the earth, let me get this in Job. This is Job chapter 9 and verse 24. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covereth the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he? So the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. This period of time, who's ruling right now? Esau, Edom, the wicked. And it's given over into his hands. Since the Renaissance, the rebirth. You have to look into these words because they just don't mean anything at face value. Renaissance means rebirth. This was the rebirth for the Edomites, the Roman kingdom. You think it's just a bunch of paintings? But it's more than that. Covered up the faces of the judges. He painted our Lord and Savior Yahushua. He changed his name. You know, the letter J came out during the 1500s, either 1524 or 34, by John Trissino. He changed his name from being Yahushua or Jesus to Jesus, which doesn't mean anything. They made him look like a leprous white man. When the scriptures describe him otherwise, they made the Father look like that. They made him all homoerotic. But it's something that Esau, the profane, the fornicator, would do. Man, all these pages. I had it. This is Malachi chapter 1 and verse 4. Whereas Edom saith, we are impoverished, but we will return and build the desolate places. Thus saith the Lord of hosts, which would be Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai Sabaoth, or Sabaoth, means Lord of armies. They shall build, but I will throw down, and they shall call them the border of wickedness, and the people against whom Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai have indignation forever. So that's a righteous hatred. These are the people. These are the border of wickedness. Wherever they go, wickedness follows. This is what they're known for wickedness. All you have to do is open your eyes and look. Who's going around to all these different countries, all these different nations, getting them drunk and taking their resources? Who's doing all this? Who's destroying the earth? Who's in charge of all these facilities that are putting microplastics everywhere? Who's doing all this? This is Habakkuk chapter 2 and verse 4. Behold, his soul which is lifted up is not upright in him, but the just shall live by his faith. And who's the just? Israel. The elect of Israel are going to live by faith. You're going to be delivered out of this destruction by your faith. Your belief in Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. Your belief that he will deliver you. And also, be transgressive by wine. He is a proud man, neither keepeth at home. So who is this? Who is this that has pride in everything that they do? Pride in everything. Pride in the country. Pride in their songs. I'm proud to be an American. The few, the proud, the Marines. the one that was more stout than his fellows, meaning more proud. Yea, also because he transgresseth my wine, his philosophies, the way he lives, his democracy, his LGBT, whatever ism, his feminism, his other isms, all the ways of life that have you citizens of the world drunk. He's a proud man. Anywhere you go, this man is proud. This man will go to your country and expect you to speak English. Either keep him at home. This man has more military bases than any other nation in the world. In every nation, he has a military base just about. Who enlargeth his desire is hell, and is as deaf, and cannot be satisfied. So this man is as deaf. He cannot be satisfied. This is Revelation chapter 6 and verse 4. And there went out another horse that was red, and power was given to him that sat thereon to take peace from the earth. This is this man, this is Esau Edom. His blessing was the sword. He came out red all over, like a hairy garment. This man, his blood shows through his skin because he has no pigment. This is the man who's going throughout all the earth, taking peace through the earth, whether it be by weapons, by guns, by his democracy, by his diplomacy, by his feminism, by anything, by his wine. He has you people drunk. He has these people drunk. He has the whole world drunk, and they're waking up. And again, Revelation chapter 6 and verse 4, and there went out another horse that was red, and power was given to him that sat thereon to take peace from the earth, and that they should kill one another. And there was given unto him a great sword. This is Esau Edom all day. This is Genesis chapter 27 and verse 39. And Isaac his father answered and said unto him, Behold, thy dwelling shall be the fatness of the earth, and the dew of heaven from above. So Esau Edom, he's going to get the best places on earth. This is a man that never keeps at home. His home was in Edom, in Petra, in Mount Seir. This is a man that never keeps at home. This is a man that wants everything. Verse 40, and by thy sword shalt thou live, and shalt serve thy brother. But right there, by thy sword shalt thou live. How are you going to get this fatness of the earth? How are you going to get the world? By your sword. And by thy sword shalt thou live, and shalt serve thy brother. And it shall come to pass, when thou shalt have the dominion, that thou shalt break his yoke from off thy neck. And forgive me, I hear my voice cracking, but it's hard to tell. You know, I can't hear the audio, and the wind is very loud. So, you know, the wind being very loud in my ears, but hey, no matter. The scriptures say to lift up your voice like a trumpet. So from there, Esau's blessing with the sword. This is Genesis chapter 25, and I'll start at verse 21. And Isaac entreated Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai for his wife, because she was barren. And Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai was entreated of him. And Rebekah his wife conceived, and the children struggled together within her. And she said, if it be so, why am I thus? So Rebecca, they went to a prophet to see why she couldn't, to see why the children, why her womb was going so crazy, because what was going on was that she had twins. This was Jacob and Esau, and they were fighting in the womb. And this goes back all the way to Cain and Abel, because Cain slew Abel, because Abel's sacrifice was righteous, and Cain hated him for that. So this goes all the way back to the beginning, and now we're at the end. Genesis chapter 25 and verse 22. And the children struggled together within her. And she said, if it be so, why am I thus? And she went to inquire of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. And Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai said unto her, 2 nations are in thy womb, and 2 manner of people shall be separated from thy bowels. And the one people shall be stronger than the other, and the elder shall serve the younger. So there's 2 nations in your wombs, 2 separate people, 2 different entire people, 2 different people. They would become 2 great nations, 2 separate nations. And 2 manner of people. One people will be lawless, and the other people will be, lawful. One people rejected, the other people chosen. And the one people shall be stronger than the other. Jacob, stronger than Esau. That's why Esau has to live by the sword. And when her days to be delivered were fulfilled, behold, there were twins in her womb. And the first came out red all over like a hairy garment. And they called his name Esau. So he came out red all over. Blood was showing through. He looked like a stillborn baby. He looked like a preemie. His blood was showing through his flesh. He had no pigment. That's why they called him Esau. It means wasted away is he. And after that came his brother out, and his hand took hold on Esau's heel. And that's symbolic. That really happened, but it's also symbolic. And his name was called Jacob, and Isaac was 80 years old when she bare them. Now it mentioned how Esau came out looking, but it doesn't mention Jacob, because Jacob came out looking normal. Everybody was dark-skinned at this time. You see here, 1 second, second level, chapter 6. This is 2nd Esdras chapter 6. And I'll start at verse 7. Then answered I and said, what shall be the parting asunder of the times? Or what shall be the end of the first, and the beginning of it that followeth? So the times, an aeon. The disciples asked Yahushua this same question. What shall be the signs of your return and the end of this kingdom? That the prophets are constantly looking for signs. The prophets are watchmen, constantly watching, constantly going into prophecies, looking at prophecies. When are these things happening? That's how they knew Yahushua was born, when he was on the scene. Because the signs were there, the prophecies. Then answered I and said, what shall be the parting asunder of the times? Or when shall be the end of the first and the beginning of it that followeth. The end of the first. This kingdom. This is Esau's kingdom right now. And the following after it is the kingdom of heaven. And when you go to Daniel 7, camera wants to blow over. One second here. Try to get a little more stable. All right. This is Daniel chapter 7 and verse 23. Thus he said, the fourth beast shall be the fourth kingdom upon earth. And this is the Roman Empire. And now they're back in these last days. They came back during the Renaissance. How it says, this beast that was and is not, roughly paraphrasing, this is that kingdom. When you look around, you have so many different things that allude back to Rome. And other empires like Egypt, but mainly Rome. Egypt and Sodom. This place is called spiritual Egypt and spiritual Sodom. But many things, the architecture goes back to Rome and Petra. Like they use symbols as an eagle. Daniel chapter 7 and verse 23 said, the fourth beast shall be the fourth kingdom upon earth, which shall be diverse from all kingdoms, and shall devour the whole earth, and shall tread it down and break it into pieces. And what is this kingdom, Babylon the Great, America, doing? It's doing that same thing. It's treading down the whole earth with its armies, with its military, even though its armies are degrading now. With its microplastics, how it's polluting the whole earth. Completely polluting the whole earth, all the way from people's minds to the air, to the water, to the food. This kingdom is treading down the entire earth. And the 10 horns out of this kingdom are 10 kings that shall arise, which were the kingdoms back then, the different territories that it ruled over. You had the Suebi, the Franks, the Ostrogoths, like them. All those European countries, the Gauls, if that's right, Germanium Major, like them, Germanium Major, Germanium Minor, those 10 kingdoms, the Greeks. But this kingdom, this this one here came out of Europe. And the 10 horns out of this kingdom are 10 kings that shall arise. And another kingdom, and another shall rise after them, and he shall be diverse from the first. And he shall subdue 3 kings. And this was America, this little horn that came up. And those 3 kings was the Spanish, the French, and the British. Because the America came out of the British. It was a British colony. But then it subdued those other 3 kings and got them out of here and took over this land. And he shall speak great words against the Most High, and shall wear out the saints of the Most High, and think to change times and laws. And they shall be given into his hand until a time and times, and the dividing of times, for roughly 350 years. That's how long we've been here. So about 1619 to 1969, which around 1969 is when this truth started coming out. And now, ever since then, ever since that space program, all that, this nation has been on the decline. And this man has spoken great, blasphemous, proud words against Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, saying there is no God. You know, this and that. And he's changed times. You know, now we're on a Julian calendar. You know, the days don't line up with the seasons. You know, barely they don't line up with the moons, which the calendar should be based off the new moon. But this man went and changed it. He said he made it better. But if it's better, why every few years you have a leap year? You have days that are left over. Showing you this man is mad. He's crazy. He's insane. And this is who's ruling the world. A bloodthirsty child. And shall wear out the saints of the Most High. He's wearing us out by his different laws. Wearing us out by just being here. Having us work constantly, work until old age, and retire. And then if you retire, you probably die in the next 5 years. Or if you retire, you probably got to go back to work. And think to change times and laws. They shall be given into his hand until a time and times and a dividing of time. But the judgment shall sit, and they shall take away his dominion to consume and to destroy it unto the end. So your judgment is to be destroyed. And the kingdom and dominion and the greatness of the kingdom under the whole heaven shall be given unto the people of the saints of the Most High, whose kingdom is an everlasting kingdom, and all dominions shall serve and obey him. So this kingdom is going to be taken by the saints. Yahushua is going to come and take it and rip it out of Esau's hands. So, while it was saying that Esau is ruling, which actually, let me get this, because I didn't even finish that. Because that's the kingdom who's ruling right now. The kingdom that's following it is going to be ruled by the saints, starting with Yahushua. This is 2nd Esdras chapter 6 and verse 7. Then he answered, and said, what shall be the parting asunder of the times? Or when shall be the end of the first and the beginning of it that followeth? And he said unto me, from Abraham unto Isaac, when Jacob and Esau were born of him, Jacob's hand held first the heel of Esau. For Jacob is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. Did I read that right? Let me read that again. And he said unto me, from Abraham unto Isaac, when Jacob and Esau were born of him, Jacob's hand held first the heel of Esau. So it's showing you back in Genesis 25 that this is symbolic. Which it really happened, but it's a symbolism for what's to come. or foretelling. For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. So Esau is the end of the world. The end of this world. He's be ruling in this world. And Jacob is the ruler of the next kingdom. Back to Genesis chapter 25 and verse 27. And the boys grew, and Esau was a cunning hunter. That means to be a wise hunter, a knowledgeable hunter. If you look at him today, hey, this man has many different traps. He's mastered the art of deception, mastered the art of traps, mastered weapons. But that's nothing in comparison to Yahushua, what he's going to do to him. All his weapons that he had built up, and it's going to be nothing. And as the boys grew, Esau was a cunning hunter, a man of the field. And Jacob was a plain man dwelling in tents. This is Jacob. He's a plain man. He's a homebody. You know, you look at that word plain, it goes into being perfect too. And I'm going to jump down. And Jacob saw pottage, and Esau came from the field, and he was faint. And Esau said to Jacob, feed me, I pray thee, with that same red pottage, for I am faint. Therefore was his name called Edom. And Jacob said, sell me this day thy birthright. And Esau said, behold, I am at the point to die. For what shall this birthright do to me? And this is the birthright that Esau sold. He sold it to Jacob. This was everything. This is what Esau is trying to get back now. Why he has this perpetual hatred. This is why he's setting up his schemes in these last days. To do away with Jacob completely. Verse 33. And Jacob said, swear to me this day. And he swore to him. And he sold his birthright unto Jacob. Then Jacob gave Esau bread and pottage of lentils. And he did eat and drink and rose up and went his way. Thus Esau despised his birthright. He had contempt for his birthright. He hated his birthright. He didn't care anything about it. And now he wants it back. You're not going to get it back, Esau. Habakkuk chapter 2 and verse 5 again. Yea, also because he transgresseth by wine, he is a proud man, neither keepeth at home, who enlargeth his desire as hell, and is as deaf and cannot be satisfied. So this is Esau Edom. He is like deaf. He cannot be satisfied. He wants everything. Then he wants some more. But gathereth unto him all nations, and heapeth unto him all people. This is what Esau Edom wants. He wants all people heaped unto himself, to be reliant on him, to look to him as he is a God. But he's not. He's just a man, and a weak man at that. Jeremiah chapter 51, and I'll start at verse 6. Flee out of the midst of Babylon, and deliver every man his soul. Be not cut off in her iniquity. For this is the time of Yahweh Shem Yahushai's vengeance. You will render unto her a recompense. So flee out of the midst of Babylon. Get out of this place. And it starts with the mind. And eventually it's going to be in the chariots, Lord willing. Babylon has been a golden cup in Yahweh Shem Yahushai's hand that made all the earth drunken. The nations have drunken of her wine. Therefore, the nations are mad. So this is that place. This is Babylon the Great. This is the place that made the entire earth drunken. This is why she's heaping all the people to herself, making them drunk. Habakkuk chapter 2 and verse 15. Woe unto him that giveth his neighbor drink, that puttest thy bottle to him, and makest him drunken also, that thou mayest look on their nakedness. So you made the entire world drunk. All your neighbors are drunk. They're waking up. They're waking up. Sobering up from their drunkenness. See what you've done to them. You rifled through their pockets. You've taken pictures of them naked. You've stolen their goods. You've stolen their resources. You've corrupted them. They're waking up to this. You got these nations in debt by tricking them through your monetary system. You trick these other nations by giving women liberty, having them leave their families, having them look for wanting a career, having them think that having a career and giving you money is better than raising up children, than raising a family. You made these people drunk. These people are mad. They're insane right now. This is what you see all throughout the world. Insane people. Again, I'll start at verse 5. Habakkuk 2 and verse 5. Yea, also, because he transgresseth by wine, he is a proud man, neither keepeth at home, who enlargeth his desire as hell, and is as deaf, and cannot be satisfied, but gathereth unto him all nations, and heapeth unto him all people. Shall not all these take up a parable against him, and a taunting proverb against him, saying, Woe to him that increaseth that which is not his. How long? And to him that ladeth himself with thick clay. And that thick clay is ibadyat, meaning a heavy debt. This man, this is how he makes his money. By debts. He's putting you in debt and stealing that money from you to enlarge himself. To make himself rich. He's tricked you all. You've all been bamboozled. I'm gonna jump down. No, I'm gonna keep reading. Verse 7. Shall they not rise up suddenly that shall bite thee, and awake that shall vex thee, and thou shalt be for booties unto them, meaning a spoil, a treasure. These other nations are gonna shoot arrows on you. They're gonna, jeez. These other nations are gonna want their lick back. Obadiah, in verse 1, the vision of Obadiah, thus saith the Lord Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, concerning Edom. We have heard a rumor from Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. An ambassador is sent among the heathen. Arise ye, and let us rise up against her in battle. Behold, I have made thee small among the heathen. Thou art greatly despised. And that small means insignificant. You're looked at lower and lower, lesser and lesser. You're looked at smaller and smaller amongst these heathen nations. They have a great hatred for you. Like in that Turkey last week. You know, they're beating up the Marines, saying, Yankee, go home. Behold, I have made thee small among the heathen. Thou art greatly despised. The pride of thy heart hath deceived thee. Thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rock. His habitation is high, and saith in his heart, who shall bring me down to the ground? This is what Esau Edom says. You know, he lives in the clefts of the rock, the modern day clefts of the rocks are these high rises. You know, he's proud. He says, who's going to bring me down to the ground? Look at the weapons I got. Look at what I've done. I've civilized the whole earth. Get your hand off me, you damn dirty ape. This is what he thinks. Though thou exalt thyself as the eagle, and though thou set thy nest among the stars, thence will I bring thee down, saith Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. So, though you set your nest, though you exalt thyself as the eagle, you put yourself up high, you're proud, you got a proud look like the eagle. Look at any Edomite. And though thou set thy nest among the stars, and they have the space station up in the heavens, thence will I bring thee down, save Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai is going to bring you down to the ground, bring you down to the dust. He's going to bring you down so low that the other nations, everybody's going to wonder. They're going to say, is this the man? Is this the man? This is him? This is Isaiah chapter 14, and I'll start at the top. For Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai will have mercy on Jacob. And at this time, it doesn't look like it. You know, it doesn't appear that way. Because our enemies are ruling over us. Like it says in Daniel 7. You know, this man is wearing out the saints. You know, this man is ruling. It doesn't look like his kingdom is ever going to end. But it's coming to an end. And Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai sending out his word, sending his son, Yahushai, is Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai having mercy on us. Him sending out his prophets, starting with the apostles and elders of Great Millstone on down. This is him having mercy on us. Him sending out his word before he sends out this instruction is him having mercy on us. For Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai will have mercy on Jacob and will yet choose Israel. So the mercy, Israel's going to be chosen. Israel is always the chosen. Even though it doesn't look like it right now. Because we moved the Most High to wrath by sinning against him. For Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai will have mercy on Jacob and will yet choose Israel and set them in their own land. And the strangers shall be joined with them, and they shall cleave unto the house of Jacob. So let me get this real quick. This is Jeremiah chapter 31. Jeremiah chapter 31, verse 35, and then I'm going to jump back up a little bit. Thus saith Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, which giveth the sun for a light by day, and the ordinances of the moon, and of the stars of the light by night, which divideth the sea when the waves thereof roar. Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai of hosts is his name. So, it's Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai that gives the sun the ordinance. He gave it its law. It told it what to do. It told the moon what to do. It told the stars what to do. If those ordinances depart from before me, saith Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, then the seed of Israel also shall cease from being a nation before me forever. So if any of these things, if the moon stops, the sun stops, if the stars stop shining, then Israel will be cast off. And congratulations, Esau, you get the blessing back. But no, these blessings will not stop. They'll be here forever. The same way like Israel will be here forever. Verse 36, if those ordinances depart from before me, saith Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, then the seed of Israel also shall cease from being a nation before me forever. Thus saith Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, if the heavens above can be measured, and the foundations of the earth searched out beneath, I will also cast off all the seed of Israel for all that they have done, saith Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. So, if the heavens can be measured, this is what these space organizations are doing. You know, you have NASA trying to measure the heavens. You have different astronomers trying to do this. You have people trying to study the deep, and they can't find the end of it. Each time they think they find the end of it, and they find more of it. They can't even come up with a percentage. They try to come up with a percentage of how much they've searched. Well, how do they know? They don't know. And they're never going to find the end of it. But what does this show you? It shows you that these ordinances, all these things, are the blessings, the covenant is with Israel forever. So I'm going to read back in Isaiah 14 again. For Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai will have mercy on Jacob, and will yet choose Israel, and set them in their own land, and the strangers shall be joined with them. And these are the Israelite foreigners. The Israelite foreigners that didn't know that there were Israelites before before hearing this word. The Israelites that are scattered into all nations. Ezekiel chapter 36 and verse 21. But I had pity for mine holy name, which the house of Israel had profaned among the heathen, whither they went. Because a part of the curse is that we be scattered into all nations. Therefore say unto the house of Israel, thus saith the Lord Yahweh, I do not this for your sakes, O house of Israel, but for mine holy name's sake, which ye have profaned among the heathen, whither ye went. I will sanctify my great name, which was profaned among the heathen, which ye have profaned in the midst of them. And the heathen shall know that I am Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, saith the Lord Yahweh. For when I shall be sanctified in you for I shall be sanctified in you before their eyes. So, hey, wherever we went, because we're Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai's people, wherever we went, we profaned his name. Wherever we were scattered to, because of our sins, and we made Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai look bad. This is Jeremiah chapter 3 and verse 14. Turn, O backsliding children, saith Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, for I am married unto you. And I will take you one of a city and two of a family, and will bring you to Zion. So, the point of this being that Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai is married unto us. And nothing's worse. Well, it's just a few things worse, but nothing's worse, figuratively speaking, nothing's worse than having your woman disrespect you in public. Having your woman be a whore in public. Nothing's more shameful than that. So if we're married to the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, and we're out being a whore, okay. If we're being a whore, how did this make you look? How did this make the Lord look? How does it make him feel? It brings shame, it will bring anger. Let me read this one more time and I'll get that. This is Ezekiel chapter 36 and verse 23. And I will sanctify my great name, which was profaned among the heathen, which ye have profaned in the midst of them. And the heathen shall know that I am Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, saith the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, when I shall be sanctified in you before their eyes. So Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai is bringing a great judgment upon the earth. And everybody, the whole world is going to know who's bringing this great judgment. It's Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, the power of Israel, the God of Israel. He's who's bringing these destructions upon the earth. This is Zechariah chapter 13 and verse 8. And it shall come to pass that in all the land, this land here, Babylon the Great, saith Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, 2 parts therein shall be cut off and die, but the third shall be left therein. And I will bring the third part through the fire, and will refine them as silver is refined, and will try them as gold is tried. They shall call on my name, and I will hear them. So these people are going to be, the elect are going to be brought to the fire. They're going to be tried. They're going to be refined. They're going to be made better. They're going to be made more precious. This is who he's talking about. The names being sanctified in them. They shall call on my name. They're going to believe in the names Yahweh or Yahushai. The names of the Father and the Holy Father and His Son Yahushai. They're going to believe in them names, those names, and they're going to call upon them. They shall call on my name, and I will hear them. I will say, it is my people. And they shall say, Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai is my power. So Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai is going to hear His people. He's going to hear His elect. But the rest are going to be cut off and die. Back to Ezekiel chapter 36, verse 24. For I will take you from among the heathen, and will gather you out of all countries, and will bring you into your own land. So this time back into Isaiah 14, and how about Shem Yahushua is going to gather us from out of all the people, wherever we've been scattered. Why? Because this is part of the curses. Part of the curses to be scattered. While I'm looking for this, it's so windy out here, and I'm on just off the main street here, and you'll see people yelling something, but I can't hear nothing of what they're saying because the wind is so loud. So it's just like, all right, but whatever, man. Hey, the Lord heard it though. So this is not Isaiah. This is Deuteronomy chapter 28, and I'll start at verse 15. This is Deuteronomy 28 and verse 15. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai thy power, to observe to do all His commandments and His statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee. So these curses would be upon us, whereas it should be the blessings. The blessings should be upon us and overtaking us. But now, hey, we're in these fleshly bodies. We can't help but sin. We can't help but go off. So we're under these curses. I'm just looking real quick for these curses to be a sign and a wonder. This is Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 45. Moreover, all these curses shall come upon thee and shall pursue thee. Doesn't matter where you go, what part of the world, how far you can run. If you go into deep space, you can go under the water. It doesn't matter where you go. These curses are going to pursue you. They're going to be on you. And overtake thee till thou be destroyed, because thou hearkenest not unto the voice of Yahweh thy power, to keep his commandments and his statutes which he commanded thee. And they shall be upon thee for a sign and for a wonder, and upon thy seed forever. So these curses will be for a sign and a wonder. The sign meaning that we will be able to look at them as evidence, as a marker. Look at, you can tell who's ruling the world right now. Who's ruling the world right now? Esau Edom. You can tell because, hey, he's accepted everywhere. If you want to fly, doesn't matter if you're in Dubai or China, wherever, you got to speak English. You know, American cash was once king. You can tell who's ruling. Well, what about these curses? You go through from 15 all the way to 68. You should be able to identify these things. These curses are an identifier. Deuteronomy 28 and 46 again. And they shall be upon thee for a sign and for a wonder, and upon thy seed forever. So not just us back then, but it would be passed on. It would be generational. And Lord will, hey, this is the last generation because we see we're at the end. So after this kingdom is destroyed, when Yahushua gathers his elect, it's the end of the curses. Because thou servest not Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, thy power, with joyfulness and with gladness of heart, for the abundance of all things. Therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies, which Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai shall send against thee, in hunger and in thirst, and in nakedness, and in want of all things. And he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck until he have destroyed thee. Has this not happened? Can you not look up a yoke of iron? Will not a so-called Negro pop up? A so-called black man? Will they not pop up having a yoke of iron upon them? Is not the so-called Negroes, the black people destroyed? Or not the Native Americans destroyed? Or not the Latinos destroyed as a people? Do we not have to go to our enemy for all things? For one of all things. We got to go to him for water, for housing, for clothing. And the main enemy being Esau Edom, but these other nations too. Psalms chapter 83, verse 1. Keep thou not silence, keep not thou silence, O power. Hold not thy peace, and be not still, O power. For lo, thine enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up the head. So your enemies are making a great noise. They're making a clamorous noise. They're lifting up their heads proudly. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people. And they've gotten together. You know, they have these different groups. You know, G7, G20, Bilderberg, Monsanto, all these different groups all getting together. All these different nations getting together to take crafty counsel against Israel. Verse 3, they have taken crafty counsel against thy people and consulted against thy hidden ones. They have said, come and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance. For they have consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against thee. So these nations, they come together with one consent. Get rid of Israel. To make their names no longer in the earth. The tabernacles of Edom and the Ishmaelites, of Moab and the Hagarenes, Gebal and Ammon and Amalek, the Philistines and the inhabitants of Tyre. Ashur also is joined with them. They have opened the children of Lot, Salah. So again, from the top, the tabernacles of Edom. That's Esau, Edom, the so-called white man. And the Ishmaelites. That's Ishmael, the so-called Arabs. And the Moab, the so-called Chinese. The Hagarenes. Gebal and Ammon. Ammon being the so-called Japanese. And Amalek being the so-called small hats these days. These are the main enemies. And the small hats of Amalek, them being the top tribe of Esau Edom. So Esau Edom was on there twice. But these are your enemies, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. You have enemies. This is This is Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 49. Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai shall bring a nation against thee from far, from the ends of the earth, as swift as the eagle flieth, a nation whose tongue thou shalt not understand. So again, that eagle coming back. This is Esau Edom. They came and put us on those ships and brought us over here. It's Deuteronomy 28, verse 68. And Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships, by the way whereof I spake unto thee. Thou shalt see it no more again, and there ye shall be sold unto your enemies for bondmen and bondwomen, and no man shall buy you. This is what happened. This is the transatlantic slave trade. We were sold to our enemies. We were put on ships. In cargo ships. Placed side by side. Inhumane treatment. Put in like shipping containers. Put in there like products. And we're brought here to Egypt. This is modern day Egypt. This is spiritual Egypt. But again, before I go too far, the last here, Deuteronomy 28 and 64. And Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai shall scatter thee among all people, from the one end of the earth even unto the other. And there thou shalt serve other gods, which neither thou nor thy fathers have known, even wood and stone. So this is what's happened. We've been shipped all around the world into enemy's land, serving other gods. Whatever God it may be, but the main ones being Christianity, Jesus, and Islam. That wood, worshiping that cross, worshiping the idols of Christianity, and Islam, worshiping that rock. This is back to Ezekiel chapter 36. I'll start at verse 24 again. For I will take you from among the heathen, and gather you from out of all countries, and will bring you into your own land. So telling you that Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai is going to gather us. He's going to redeem us. He's going to send his son to redeem us. To gather us out of all the countries where we've been scattered. Verse 25, then will I sprinkle clean water upon you, and you shall be clean from all your filthiness. And from all your idols will I cleanse you. So we're going to be cleaned up. We're going to be made clean. And it's started by this word. John chapter 6 and verse 63, it is the spirit that quickeneth, the flesh profiteth nothing. The words that I speak unto you, they are spirit and they are life. So this is that word. We're starting to get cleaned up by this word. Matter of fact, there's another one. John chapter 15 and verse 3, now are ye clean through the word which I have spoken unto you. So it's these words, the scriptures. These scriptures are our life. The scriptures bring you to life. The scriptures clean you. There's no amount of water here on this earth, no amount of baptisms you can get here, no amount of eating healthy, whatever, doing meditation, all that stuff, none of that can clean you up. You get clean by this word. This is Psalms 119 and verse 9, wherewithal shall a young man cleanse his way. So how can a young man clean his way? By taking heed thereto according to thy word. So by hearing the word of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, listening to it, and then acting it out. It's not just hearing it. But you have to, it's not just hearing it, but you have to live by this word. This is James chapter 1. In verse 22. But be ye doers of the word, and not hearers only, deceiving your own selves. For if any be a hearer of the word, and not a doer, he is like unto a man beholding his natural face in a glass. For he beholdeth himself, and goeth his way, and straightway forgetteth what manner of man he was. So you have to do this word as well as hear it. You can't just be a hearer of it and just go back to what you were doing. That doesn't change you. That doesn't clean you up. Just by hearing the word doesn't clean you up. It's a start. This word drives you to do it. If this word is in you, it drives you to clean yourself up. Back to Ezekiel, because this word cleans us up, yes, but Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai is going to put this word in us, so it will be perfect in his eyes. This is Ezekiel chapter 36 and verse 25. Then will I sprinkle clean water upon you, and ye shall be clean from all your filthiness, and from your idols will I cleanse you. So it will be clean. He's going to sprinkle clean water on us. Hey, this is what he's doing right now with this word. A new heart also will I give you, and a new spirit will I put within you. So a new heart and a new spirit. This hasn't happened yet. This is going to happen when we receive new bodies. A new heart and a new spirit. A new heart also will I give you, and a new spirit will I put within you. And I will take away the stony heart out of your flesh, and will give you an heart of flesh. So it's going to take away this stony heart. Jeremiah chapter 17 and verse 1, the sin of Judah is written with a pen of iron, with the point of a diamond. It is graven upon the table of their heart, and upon the horns of your altars. So, hey, the sins of Judah, hey, it's like they're written on the tables of stone in us. But he's going to take away this stony heart from out of us. He's going to give us a fleshy heart. He's going to give us new bodies. For Ezekiel chapter 36 and verse 26 again, a new heart also will I give you, and a new spirit will I put within you. And I will take away the stony heart out of your flesh, and will give you an heart of flesh. And I will put my spirit within you, and cause you to walk in my statutes. And ye shall keep my judgments and do them. So he's going to give us a new body, a new spirit, to where we're going to be able to keep his commandments with joy. This is going to be like written in our DNA. To where, hey, we don't have to try to please the Lord. It's going to be within us. We're going to know everything that pleases Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. To where, hey, it's no longer these curses that will pursue us, but the blessings. Which I'll get that in a moment, Lord willing. And I will put my spirit within you, and cause you to walk in my statutes, and ye shall keep my judgments and do them. And ye shall dwell in the land that I gave to your fathers, and ye shall be my people, and I will be your power. And I will save you from all your uncleanness, and I will call for the corn, and will increase it, and will lay no famine upon you. So hey, this is Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai showing mercy to Israel. He's going to put his laws in us. You get this is Deuteronomy. Deuteronomy chapter 30, I'll start at the top. And it shall come to pass when all these things are come upon thee, and the blessing and the curse which I have set before thee, thou shalt call them to mind among all the nations, whither Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai have driven thee. And this is what's happened in these last days. We're calling these things to mind. The blessings and the curses. We're remembering them. When we read these scriptures, this is like a remembrance. This is Deuteronomy chapter 15 and verse 4. For whatsoever things were written aforetime were written for our learning, that we through patience and comfort of the scriptures might have hope. So these things were written for our learning. These things were written before this time. These are part of our remembrance. Us remembering ourselves. Deuteronomy chapter 30, which I'm done with Ezekiel actually. Deuteronomy chapter 30 and verse 2. And it shall return unto Yahweh. We read verse 30, verse 1 again. And it shall come to pass when all these things are come upon thee, the blessing and the curse which I have set before thee, thou shalt call them to mind among all the nations whither Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai thy power have driven thee, and shalt return unto Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai thy power, and shalt obey his voice according to all that I command thee this day, thou and thy children with all thine heart and with all thy soul. So we're doing the best we can do right now. We're doing the best we can do at obeying Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. You're doing our best to keep the commandments, to remember the high holy days, to remember the names of Yahweh by Yahawashi. They're doing the best that we can do in this wicked kingdom, in this wicked flesh, where we're constantly surrounded by wickedness. We're doing our best. Verse 3, that then Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, thy power will turn thy captivity and have compassion upon thee, and will return and gather thee from all the nations whither Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai have scattered thee. So Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai is going to gather us from all the nations. Again, this says it in multiple places. He's not coming to gather anybody else other than the Israelites. Verse 4, if any of thine be driven out unto the uttermost parts of heaven, from thence will Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai thy power gather thee, and from thence will he fetch thee. And Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai thy power will bring thee into the land which thy fathers possessed, and thou shalt possess it, and he shall do thee good, and multiply thee above thy fathers. So Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai is going to gather us wherever we've been scattered. He's going to multiply us. He's going to increase us more than we were in the past. Verse 6, and Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai thy power will circumcise thine heart, and the heart of thy seed to love Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai thy power with all thine heart, and with all thy soul, that thou mayest live. So Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai is going to circumcise our heart, meaning our mind. And the word for heart is lav. Our minds are going to be circumcised. The uncleanness is going to be cut off. Only righteousness is going to dwell in these bodies, which we're not even going to have these bodies. We're going to have new bodies, better than the ones here on the earth. Bodies that will never degrade, bodies that will never break down, bodies that will never get leprosy. And we're going to love Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai with all our heart. It's going to be written within us. And Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, thy power, will put all these curses upon thine enemies, and upon them that hate thee, which persecuted thee. So all these curses, we're going to receive all the blessings that were coming to us, that have been blocked from us, which these nations have a part in that too. Get this in Judah. Judah chapter 5 and verse 20, I'm going to get it straight to the point. Now therefore, my Lord, Governor, if there be any error in this people, and they sin against their power, let us consider that this shall be their ruin, and let us go up, and we shall overcome them. So, let me see here. Achior is breaking down how the God of Israel protects his people. And if they go off, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai will turn his back on them. So these other nations, they know this. Esau, Edom, he knows this. He knows that as long as Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai is not with us, and we're powerless. You can stomp all over us. You can do whatever you want to us. But Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai knows this. So in the coming days, in the coming time, Israel's going to receive new bodies, to where we can't go off, to where nations can no longer rule over us. Again, Judah 5 and 20, now therefore, my Lord, Governor, if there be any error in this people, and they sin against their power, let us consider that this shall be their ruin, and let us go up, and we shall overcome them. But if there be no iniquity in their nation, let my Lord now pass by, lest their Lord defend them and their power before them, and we become a reproach before all the world. So here in Deuteronomy, all these curses are going on our enemies. Now they're the reproach. Now they're a proverb and a byword. Now they're going into slavery. Now they're the tail and we're the head. Again, Deuteronomy 30 in verse 7, and Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai thy power put all these curses upon thine enemies, and on them that hate thee, which persecuted thee. And thou shalt return and obey the voice of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, and do all his commandments, which I command thee this day. So all the curses are going to go upon our enemies, and we're going to obey the voice of our Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. We're going to do it gladly. We're not going to look to the other nations anymore. We're not even going to be swayed by them. We're going to beat them other gods out of them nations. Back to Isaiah chapter 14 and verse 1. For Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai will have mercy on Jacob, and will yet choose Israel, and set them in their own land. And the strangers shall be joined with them, and they shall cleave unto the house of Jacob. And the strangers meaning the Israelite foreigners. We're going to be joined back together. And the people shall take them and bring them to their place. Who are they taking? These other nations. Psalms chapter 2 and verse 8. Ask of me, and I shall give thee the heathen for thine inheritance, and the uttermost parts of the earth for thy possession. So this is what's given to Yahushai. He's going to share his inheritance with his elect, with his brothers, with his family. Ask of me, and I shall give thee the heathen for thine inheritance, and the uttermost parts of the earth for thy possession. Thou shalt break them with a rod of iron, thou shalt dash them in pieces like a potter's vessel. And we're going to rule over these nations. No mercy. The saints be joyful in glory. The saints meaning the Israelites. This is Psalms 148 and verse 14. He exalted the horn of his people, the praise of all his saints, even the children of Israel, and people near unto him. This is the Israelites. The saints are the Israelites. Back to Psalms 149 and verse 5. Let the saints be joyful in glory. Let them sing aloud upon their beds. Let the high praises of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai be in their mouth. Let the high praises of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai be in their mouth, and a two-edged sword in their hand, to execute vengeance upon the heathen and punishments upon the people. So in these coming days, when you see the elect of Israel coming back out of the chariots, descending upon the earth, we're going to bring vengeance upon you other nations. Let the saints be joyful in glory. Let them sing aloud upon their beds. Let the high praises of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai be in their mouth, and a two-edged sword in their hands, to execute vengeance upon the heathen and punishments upon the people, to bind their kings with chains and their nobles with feathers of iron. So we're going to have these elites in chains and fetters. We're going to have them bound up to be our slaves, to execute upon them the judgment written. This honor have all his saints. Praise ye Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushai. Back to Isaiah. Close to the page. Isaiah 14 and 2. And the people shall take them and bring them to their place. And the house of Israel shall possess them in the land of Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushai. And that's Israel, where the small hats are now. For servants, and Israel shall possess them, and the house of Israel shall possess them in the land of Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushai. Servants and handmaids. They shall take them captives, whose captives they were. And they shall rule over their oppressors. So we're going to rule over our oppressors. We're going to have them captives, whose captives they were, whose captives we were. Those who kept us in prison houses, those who slew us, held themselves not guilty. This is Revelation chapter 13 and verse 10. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here is the patience and the faith of the saints. So you that led us into captivity, you're going to go into captivity. You Edomites of other nations, we know you top two nations. Edom and Ishmael, you had two separate slave trades. The Atlantic and the Pacific slave trade. Y'all are going into captivity. Y'all are going to catch this judgment. You Esau, Edom, you had a perpetual hatred against us. Hatred that went on forever, and it's still going on. This is Ezekiel chapter 35, and verse 1. Moreover, the word of Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushai came unto me, saying, Son of man, set thy face against Mount Seir, and prophesy against it, and say unto it, Thus saith the Lord Yahweh, Behold, O Mount Seir, I am against thee. I will stretch out mine hand against thee. I will make thee most desolate. I will lay thy cities waste, and thou shalt be desolate, and thou shalt know that I am Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushai. So Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushai is going to lay your cities waste. This great city, Babylon the Great, that you built up, all the cities around the world that you have, they're going to be laid waste. They're going to be utterly destroyed. Because thou hast had a perpetual hatred and hast shed the blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword in the time of their calamity, in the time that their iniquity had an end. So you constantly killed us with the sword. You constantly pursued us. You constantly shed our blood. Even when the times when our iniquity came to an end. When our slavery was over. When the time of our slavery was over, you put more burdens on us. You made laws to throw us in prison, to make us a slave again. You transferred the slave ownership from the slave owners to the prison owners. You made unjust laws, unjust decrees. You found any reason to shed our blood. Again, Ezekiel 35 and verse 5, because thou hast had a perpetual hatred and hast shed the blood of the children of Israel on the force of the sword in the time of their calamity, in the time that their iniquity had an end. Therefore, as I live, saith Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. Thus saith, therefore, as I live, saith the Lord Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, I will prepare thee unto blood, and blood shall pursue thee. Since thou hast not hated blood, even blood shall pursue thee. So all the killing that you've done, all the blood that you shed, and this is coming back to you. You know, the other nations want you. They're gonna fire their ICBMs on you. And after this place is destroyed, all you elites that are left, all you heathen that are left, you're going into slavery. And then after you serve your slavery, you're going to be destroyed. I mean, completely destroyed, completely wiped out the face of the earth. Not one Edomite left on earth. Isaiah 14 and verse 3, and it shall come to pass in the day that Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai shall give thee rest from thy sorrow and from thy fear and from the hard bondage wherein thou was made to serve. So we're going to have rest, real rest. Actual good night's sleep, actual sleep. Not having to wake up at 4 or 5 in the morning and have to go to work. Not having to hear the noise of cars, noise pollution. Actual rest. Be able to enjoy our families. Be able to enjoy our children. Actual, real rest. And it shall come to pass in the day that Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai shall give thee rest from thy sorrow and from thy fear and from the hard bondage wherein thou was made to serve, that thou shalt take up this proverb against the king of Babylon and say, how hath the oppressor ceased? The golden city ceased. So this is to Babylon the Great. How have you ceased? Look at you came to nothing. Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai hath broken the staff of the wicked and the scepter of the rulers. He who smote the people in wrath with a continual stroke, he that ruled the nations in anger is persecuted, and none hindereth. Nobody's going to stop us. Nobody's going to stand in the way. Nobody's going to say, oh man, no, stop. No, that's an Edomite, man. Come on, man. God love everybody. Come on now. Come on, that's your brother. Yo, come on. Esau was in the womb with Jacob. Ain't nobody gonna say none of that. The best I can think of that somebody would say is, no, wait, come on, man. Let me get one in there. You know, let me try it one more time. Let me get a lick in. Nobody's gonna stop it. Verse 7, the whole earth is at rest and it's quiet. They break forth into singing. So the whole earth is gonna be at rest when you're taken down. The earth is going to be quiet. Real peace. Kind of like how it is right now. The wind kind of dying down. Even though it's still blowing. That little moment of quiet, you know, it's going to be real peaceful. And they break forth into singing. Yea, the fir trees rejoice at thee. And the cedars of Lebanon saying, since thou art laid down, no feller has come up against us. So even the trees are going to rejoice. This man is constantly cutting down all the trees in the world, in the Amazon, the lungs of the earth. Hell from beneath is moved for thee to meet thee at thy coming, and stir up the dead for thee, even all the chief ones of the earth. It hath raised up from their thrones all the kings of the nations. So the earth is opening up for thee. Your grave is opening up. All they shall speak and say unto thee, art thou also become weak as we? Art thou become like unto us? So you became weak like all these past nations. You're dead now. And these nations today. And you became weak like all these other nations that you used to trample over. Thy pomp is brought down to the grave, and thy noise of thy vials, the worms is spread under thee, and the worms cover thee. So your proudness, your pomp, your haughtiness has been brought down. All they shall speak and say unto thee, oh, no, I just read this like it. Thy pomp is brought down to the grave, and thy noise of thy vials, the worm is spread under thee, and the worms cover thee. So you're being, how do you say, degraded. You know how worms, they break down? Your infrastructure is degrading. Everything around you is degrading, decomposing. Verse 12, how art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning? How art thou cut down to the ground? And all Lucifer means is light bearer. It's not the name of Satan or any of that. It means light bearer. This is referring to Esau Edom. He's the light of the world. He led these people in the way they went. He got the earth drunk. He's the leader of the world right now. He's the light bearer. How art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning? How art thou cut down to the ground, which didst weaken the nations? For thou art laid waste. Oh, slacken. For thou hast said in thine heart, I will ascend into heaven. I will exalt my throne above the stars of the Most High Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. I will sit also upon the mount of the congregation in the sides of the north. So he said, I will ascend into heaven. Did he not? Is he not trying to escape into the heavens now? By building these different space stations, trying to colonize different planets? Verse 14, I will ascend above the heights of the clouds. I will be like the Most High. This is 2 Thessalonians chapter 2. And I'll start at verse 3. Let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come except there come a falling away first, and that man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition. And this is who? This is in the last days. This is letting you know the time that we're in. This man of perdition is being revealed. This wicked man, who is Esau Edom, the so-called white man. Let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come except there come a falling away first. And we did fall away. We fell away from our heritage completely. After the fall of Jerusalem, 70 AD, and we completely scattered. We lost our heritage. We lost who we were. In these last days, we're being reminded. And that man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition, who opposeth and exalteth himself above all that is called the Most High, or that is worshipped. So he puts himself above the Israelites. He puts himself above God. Or that is worshipped, so that he as God sitteth in the temple of God, showing himself that he is God. So this man believes he is a God. And he wants to put his see him in you. That's all. To say that he's a God. You bowing down to him. Remember ye not that when I was yet with you, I told ye these things. And now ye know what withhold him, that he might be revealed in his time. For the mystery of iniquity doth already work. Only he who now letteth will let, until he be taken out of the way. So, Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai who's letting these things happen. And in coming days, he's going to be taken out of the way. He's going to be removed from the kingdom. He's going to be removed from rulership. And then shall that wicked be revealed, whom Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, or whom the Lord shall consume with the spirit of his mouth, and shall destroy with the brightness of his coming. In 2 Esdras 13, Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai burnt up all them armies, that great multitude, with his mouth, with the fire that came out of his mouth, with the lasers from the chariots. Verse 8 again, 2 Thessalonians chapter 2 and verse 8. Then shall that wicked be revealed, whom the Lord shall consume with the spirit of his mouth, and shall destroy with the brightness of his coming. Even him whose coming is after the working of Satan, with all power and signs and lying wonders. And if you look closely, this man is Satan. He's a physical counterpart of Satan. Even him whose coming is after the working of Satan, with all power and signs and lying wonders. This man has so many different lying wonders and signs. But you stupid Israelites that aren't a part of this elect, that aren't of the hopeful elect, you're deceived by this. The elect will not be deceived. And with all deceivableness of unrighteousness in them that perish, because they receive not the love of the truth, that they might be saved. And for this cause, the Most High shall send them strong delusion, that they should believe a lie, that they all might be damned who believe not the truth, but have pleasure in unrighteousness. So if you believe this wicked man, you believe what he tells you, and you're going to be destroyed. You believe him, you take this chip, you're going to be destroyed. I'll close out with this. This is Sirach, or Ecclesiasticus, chapter 10. And I'll start at verse 2. As the judge of the people is himself, so are his officers. And what manner of man the ruler of the city is, such are all they that dwell therein. So this city is ruled by wicked people. The city is ruled, this earth is given into the hand of the wicked, which is Esau and Edom. This is who's ruling. So if the wicked are ruling, then so are the people that dwell in the city. So are all the officers. Verse 3, an unwise king destroyeth his people, but through the prudence of them which are in authority, the city shall be inhabited. So this unwise king is destroying the whole earth. He's destroying his people. He's destroying everything and everybody, including himself. Verse 4, the power of the earth is in the hand of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, and in due time he will set over it one that is profitable. And that profitable king is going to be Yahushai. So, Lord willing, this is edifying. I'm going to give all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem HaKadosh, and peace and blessings to the 144,000 and the rest of the elect. Hey, Shalom.